Yo, we live, baby. Anyway, I feel like I just had to talk about somebody real quick. Let's talk about uh this asshole named Earl Musk because he fancy himself as some genius or some like great businessman. Him and his goofy son, uh Elon Musk. So Earl Musk, if you don't know who Earl Musk is, he's Elon Musk's father. He's about like 72 years old. He was born in Pretoria, but he's really a Dutch guy, but he's one of those white Dutch guys who enslaved and colonized South Africa. And now, during the apartheid, they stole land. They stole our South African brothers' glory and emeralds mines, and they're now using it to. That's how Elon Musk got here. That's the reason why people say, Why you hate Elon Musk? Elon Musk stole our glory. My Bantu brothers in South Africa, they stole your glory. Elon Musk has taken all that money and is using it for nothing but pure evil and hell on earth. Anyway, before we get into that, I'm gonna play this clip, right? So that people can understand Elon Musk's psychology. So when people say Elon Musk is here to help the technology, Elon Musk Elon Musk is a just a Elon Musk isn't an engineer. Y'all know that, right? He's not a real engineer. He doesn't one who solder boards and does the programming. He's just a rich kid who got rich off of the colonization of South Africa. He's no smarter than any of us. It's just that he had the money to fund this. And so what you're about to hear right now is Errol Musk talk about the population in America in the next, I guess they said 10 years, whites will not be the dominant uh, race in America. They'll be about 48%. The rest will be black and brown people. And Errol Musk lets it straight out the bag as far as like, that's bad. What do you, he literally says, what do you want to go back to the jungle? Anyways, play the clip. Play the clip.
The big concern at the moment, and why I think South Africa is a big talking point in the US right now, is America in the next 20 years will become, for the first time in its history, a minority white country.
Well, that will be a very, very bad thing to happen. You want to see the US go down? Why? Oh, you don't like cars and electric cars, and you don't like technology, or what is it? You want to go back to the jungle, or?
If the US becomes a minority white country,
Yes.
so there's Latinas, there's blacks, there's people from all different races make up the majority, and then it could be 48% white people. Do you really think the US is doomed if it goes under?
Yes, it goes under there.
Seriously?
Yes, of course. You see, if you take South Africa, we have a small white population that projects the European culture, or what we learned from Europe.
And oppressed millions of black people.
No.
For decades.
How do you oppress? We gave them work, we fed them. They grew from a tiny little group into a massive group. That's not oppression, that's feeding them. Do you understand? You only grow big if you get fed. You only start at 800 and become 50 million if you get fed. We fed them, for crying out loud. Enough with this nonsense.
But so you understand, because the black population was so oppressed under apartheid.
Well, we never saw this oppression you're talking about.
You never saw it.
No, I never saw it.
Yeah, but because you're white.
So you see what I'm saying? He literally says, what do you want to go back to the jungle? Don't you like electric cars? Let me explain something to you, you fucking idiot, Errol Musk. Most inventions that were built in America were built by black people and were stolen by African people. And I know my FBA, but we're not African. No, you're African, bro. The whole world sees you as African. So you guys stole. Who created the stoplight? Who created the gas mask? They say Thomas Edison created a light bulb. That's a lie. That was Lewis Latimer. There are so many inventions the African people created, but the Europeans have stolen it because we're in a very peculiar time in space and time. And for him to say, "What do you want to go back to the jungle?" He's pretty much calling us monkeys. That's what he's calling. He said, "We fed them. We fed them." Europeans landed in Africa, in South Africa, particular, in the 1600s. What do you think South Africans were doing the whole time before you landed there? We fed them. They were a small population. This is that revisionist history. And to all my South African brothers and sisters out there, you guys got to get these Boers out of South Africa. I don't know how y'all gonna do it, but you need to. Nelson Mandela, we're not gonna go into Nelson because rest in peace to the OG. But Nelson, if there was somebody who could have done it, it would have been Nelson. But he decided, no, I don't want to. Winnie Mandela divorced him over it. I don't know if you guys know about that whole history and who Winnie Mandela is, but the man spent so much time in prison, Nelson, and then when he comes out, they pretty much hold him like hostage in the compound. It's crazy. You got to read about the story of Nelson Mandela when he got out. But Nelson was a different Nelson when he got out than when he went in. So these Europeans are still playing these European games in South Africa, which won't last long. They're realizing their reign is coming to an end. So when people like Errol Musk, who's a multi-billionaire, crying and bitching like a pussy, you gotta ask yourself, what's going on? Your son's the richest man to ever exist, and you still complaining? It's because he knows the truth. That trillion don't mean shit if you can't hold on to the land. And he sees the African population across the globe, the diaspora, and on the continent, waking up. They see we're waking up. We're waking up. We're waking up. That's the reason why I do a lot of this content. It's to let people know I don't give a damn about a fucking view. What's a view going to do for me? You don't want a Monster deal, a Red Bull deal? No, I don't care, bro. What is that going to do for me? This is real. This is real. I want this to be the realest page. Anyway, so Elon Musk in your fucking Tesla shit cars. I heard they explode randomly. They'll drive you off into a ditch. Tick tock, tick tock, tick. Oh, Errol Musk is getting super racist on it, talking about go back to the jungle. As if when you came to Africa and see civilization, why did you come there? What was the reason for you guys to fight so hard for over 1,000 years to get into Africa for if there was nothing there? And we welcomed you in with open arms just like the Native Americans. Foolish. Because we're great loving people. And I understand the European is like a cancer cell. But not all Europeans, by the way. I'm just saying, not individuals. We're talking about systematic oppression. But anyway, I had to just share that. Errol Musk, you know your whole business and all the money and wealth you got wasn't off of your intelligence. That was completely off of the backs of Africans and our land. And you know when we get it back, it's going to be a problem. You know what I mean? And shout out to all the revolutionaries in South Africa like Samora, Julius Malema, land expropriation without compensation. Who else? You know Nelson Mandela, Samora, Stephen Biko, Samora, by the way, what? But Stephen Biko, and all these brothers who really fought against these people like Errol Musk and Elon Musk. Elon Musk is coming from Africa. I hope people don't. The reason why Elon Musk is a trillionaire is because he's stealing from Africa. That's why. And until we put a stop to it. But anyway, Chase knowledge. Don't chase money. Peace, love, and positivity.